we get Heather to do the pledge for us? Wendy, do we have anybody here? We can get Heather to do it.
Anybody want to do the lead us in the pledge?
I think it's one of the temple, well, one of the school.
Yeah, Heather will do it.
Yeah.
All right, nope, hold on. Yeah, we'll get you to stand. We're good? Okay, all right. We'd like to welcome everybody out to the Herriman City Planning Commission regular meeting for this Wednesday, March 1st. We appreciate everybody being here. We'll go ahead and begin with a pledge, which will be led by Heather.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Heather. Appreciate that. We do have a full quorum. We even have all of our alternates here as well, so we appreciate everybody being here tonight. First, do we have any conflicts of interest for the two items that are on the agenda? All right. With that, we just have two administrative items today, neither one of which are on for public hearing, so we'll just jump right into these. We'll turn it over to Sheldon for item 4.1.
All right, so for the first item, this is a proposal for a wireless facility monopole installation. Let's see. There it goes, it just buzzed. Okay. It's located over at Herriman High School down there off 118th. Obviously here's the high school, and what they're proposing, I'm just kind of, this gives you a little bit of perspective on where things are going to be laid out at. The base station for the monopole is going to be located in this section here. The monopole itself will be installed on an existing location of an actual field light pole for the stadium. So what the applicant's proposing is the wireless base station. It's about 704 square feet. It's going to be fenced. This actually provides the services to the tower and the signals. They're also proposing a 100-foot tall monopole. This monopole will facilitate a second co-location per ordinance. And they're actually going to reinstall the light fixtures for the field lighting on this pole as well. Let's see here. And here's a site plan, just kind of showing the layout here. Again, base station is just a little north of the monopole location. Again, this site actually already has a wireless facility on this site. Nothing in our ordinance prohibits them from having multiple locations on the same site. Part of the application process and part of the required submittals is the applicant should submit renderings kind of showing what the installation will look like and what they're proposing. Here's an image showing that light pole with an array on that light pole. Here's another perspective. Again, you kind of see it behind the trees there. So as far as any issues we had or concerns we had with what they're proposing is the fencing around this base station. They were proposing chain link and barbed wire, which both are prohibited within Herriman City. And just due to its location, being that it's on a school, on a public site, staff is recommending a minimum of an 8-foot tall precast fence surrounding that utility base station, just to ensure that we don't have any issues with kids, and so trying to access that facility. Other than, I guess, the proposal as was submitted, it does meet city standards. There are two items that are at the discretion of the Planning Commission. One is the height of the monopole. It's 50 feet is what they would like to limit it to, but PC can grant up to 100 feet. They are proposing 100 feet. And the purpose of this, obviously, is because what they're trying to achieve here is just replacing the light pole and with the installation itself, trying to create an installation that blends more in with the existing infrastructure.
Well, the lights are probably already at 100 feet, right? So they need that height to be able to get the...
Yeah, so the lights will be above the array.
Yeah.
Again, this is a picture to the right here. That's the actual second monopole, well, the stealth installation of a wireless facility on this site. So, and again, that's at your discretion whether or not you would like to have that in a stealth enclosure or not. staff recommends, as they're proposing their, their design would blend in more with the surroundings, as opposed to putting, stealthing.
So
the
they're
additional
being,
stealth
I would
enclosure.
say they're being stealth by putting it where the light is, right? So
Right.
basically, they're meeting that requirement, so in essence, they are stealth. And I say that on purpose,
Right.
Yeah, it is a replacement.
because
Yeah.
stealth to me is very important, but they're solving the problem for lighting anyway, so in essence, they're being stealth by doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of proposing.
Yeah.
Here's a perspective from the corner of 118th. You can kind of see on your left there, that's the light pole they're going to be replacing with a monopole. And then to the right back corner, that's the other monopole installation. As presented, staff does recommend approval with the following conditions. If you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer those, and the applicant should be online.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if that was the case. So, any questions for Sheldon on this? Okay. All right. Is the applicant online then? All right. Is this Richard then that's online, Mr. Lee? Go ahead and state your name and add any additional information if you'd like to provide to us, please.
Chairman, Commissioners, my name is actually Jason Evans. I'm not sure if you can hear me, so I just wanted to check and make sure.
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
So Mr. Lee has come down with COVID. all
Oh,
of a sudden.
goodness.
So we are filling in at the last minute. So we appreciate you guys' opportunity to work with us remotely, as we just found out yesterday that Richard would not be able to attend. So I appreciate your time. Again, my name is Jason Evans. I'm here with J5 Infrastructure Partners on behalf of AT&T. So to give you a little history and backstory of this project, when we first looked at this area for coverage, we first looked at the Verizon location that was to the south. We did some preliminary engineer studies. We did some preliminary research to try to make that structure work. And what ended up happening is it just became a little bit of an engineering challenge because, as Sheldon showed in that photo, it's this great structure that houses Verizon's equipment. It's hidden in there very well, but it's really an engineering problem to add additional carriers below that. So we went through a couple different rounds to try to make that work, and ultimately we just weren't able to make that work for us. So we started working directly with the school district, and the school district kind of pointed us over to the stadium and said, hey, we've got these light standards over here. Would that be something you're interested in? And then after a few discussions with them, we kind of settled on the location and settled on a design and kind of put that forward and felt like it was a good proposal. It met all of our objectives. We feel like it's meeting all of the objectives from the city code, and it's just a good win-win location for all parties. So we ultimately feel it's a good location. The school district is in favor of this, and we're just kind of excited about it. We've spent quite a bit of time bringing it to this point. We're actually excited to bring it forward to you and answer any questions the commission may have.
Great, thank you for that. I do have one question. Any discussion about the recommendations from the city department here, from the city staff?
I believe everything by the staff has been, we don't have any issues with fencing.
Okay.
No problems with that.
Great.
I think the main thing that we have to work with and we have to be considerate of is the school and the students at the school. So we just don't want to put anything forward that's going to jeopardize any safety or security or anything like that. So we feel that staff's recommendations are fine.
Great, appreciate that as well. Any other questions for the applicant?
Nope.
All right, thank you. I appreciate your time, and hopefully Richard gets feeling better soon. So.
Yeah, again, appreciate your guys' willingness to work with us on this.
Absolutely, glad you could participate. That's one thing COVID's let us do is do these things remotely. So.
Yeah, very good.
All right, thank you. Any discussion from the commission?
I just appreciate that they found a pole that they can work off of.
Yeah, yeah, and appreciate
Stealthy.
their willingness to work for the safety of the students, because that is definitely the number one.
The stealth and the fence sounds great, so.
Okay.
I can make a motion.
Go ahead.
Approve item 4.1 with staff's 2 recommendations.
Okay, we have a motion by Adam
I'll second.
and a second by Jackson. We'll go ahead and call for a vote with Brody,
Yes.
Adam,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
and Andrea.
Yes.
Thank you. That motion passes. Right, we'll move on to item 4.2, which is a review and recommendation of proposed amendments to the Planning Commission Rules of Procedure. Clint has this one for us.
Well, good evening. Just so you're aware, you're over the 4 minutes that
Yeah,
you are shooting for.
yeah, well,
So this is a simple request from city staff and from the city administration as well. Just some changes that have taken place over the past year in regards to the joint meeting with the Planning Commission and City Council in regards to who chairs that. That it's now the City Council that chairs that. As part of that policy cleanup, we looked at the policies and procedures and just went through and kind of made some administrative changes, small cleanup things, grammar corrections. There's a few clarifications that have been made as well. So there's 2 documents that have been updated. It's the Herriman Planning Commission Rules of Procedure and then the Herriman City Planning Commission Rules of Ethical Conduct. So those are both included in your packet, and I'll try to answer any questions that you might have with those.
no, these all seem pretty much in line. I appreciate being able to have the alternate members participate, having that clarified in there as well. I think that's a good addition to this as well. So, any other thoughts from anyone?
I had one, I just noticed there was, I think, one item where it still showed Thursday instead of Wednesday.
Oh,
Let's see, I wrote it down, 1 second.
Item D3.
Yeah, D3.
of,
It was like 10, all right, hold on, let me grab it.
is that a part of the,
It's a 10-4-5D3, just to update it to Wednesday.
gosh,
We can make that change when it goes to the City Council.
Yeah.
okay.
There's
Anything
just
else?
one other
Yeah.
thing that I noticed too, on page 54 of our packet, under section 4, in special meetings, it just needs to say best interest of the city. It's just missing the interest part.
Which page was that?
Say that again.
Page 54, section
Okay.
4.
I don't have a 50.
Page 21. Nice.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at like my actual packet.
Yeah, oh, 21.
Page 21, under section 4, special meetings.
Okay, and what should it say there?
It should just add the word interest after best then interest of the city.
Is that in the red text that they've
Yeah.
added? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can you see that? That's in item 4 of the meeting of members.
I think I have a different packet than you do, but I will
Yeah.
make a note of that and
It's also,
Look at it.
reference is also on page 3 of 7 for that
Of 7?
item.
Yeah,
3 and
3
7,
oh, there
if
you go.
If that's the one you're just looking at.
Yep.
that's when so under 4, number,
Section 4.
section 4,
And the additional text that's being added
It's in the red text.
is in the best of the city and its residents, is what it says now. Should say the best interest.
okay,
You see that?
yeah,
Okay.
we'll make that change.
Is that right?
Yep.
Any other thoughts? Yeah, good catch. Good catch. Yeah. Okay.
Good house.
I'll entertain a motion then.
I'll make a motion to approve item 4.2
With those additional,
with those additional changes. Did we get those additional changes?
Wendy, did we get those recorded okay? Those additional changes, you got those recorded?
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
I'll second it.
All right, we got a motion by Heather and a second by Adam. Call for a vote. Start with Andrea
Yes.
and Daryl.
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
And Brody?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. That item passes. All right, any comments from the commission members tonight? I just want to say thank you for all you guys do. It's good having you all here tonight. And good discussions. Appreciate all you're doing. So, city staff, it's great. So, appreciate all you do. All right, future meetings. Next week, we do have a city council meeting, and the following week, we'll have a planning commission. I'll call for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved by Heather. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Heather beat Adam.
I know.
Adam paused.